Alright, my name's Van Wigley. I'm from Liberty, Texas. Owner of a 2016 GT350. First got introduced to the car back in 2015 when they were going to make the limited production like in 65 and 66 and 67. And I finally got to see one up in Tulsa in 2015 at the Mid-American Ford Shelby meet. And when I saw it in the lobby, I was hooked. Then went out to Howlett the next day at the road track, and that's when I got to see 3 of them out there. 2 were driven by Carroll Shelby's grandsons, the other was driven by his son, Carroll Shelby's sons. So I got to see 3 of them run out there at Howlett, and they tore up the Boss 302s. And it's also the first American-made car that had the flat plane crank in it, which has an enormous amount of RPM. 8250 is what the cutoff is on this car. I've had it up there, and it does it, and it loves it. I've tracked the car several times with it already. Loves to be tracked. I've never had anything with brakes like on a car like this one. It stops on a dime. It will turn like, I mean, it's like you won with the road because it's got 4 different sport modes. I mean, 4 different driving modes. You put it in sport mode, it can pretty much, you drive the car itself. You feel like you're one with the road with that magnetic suspension it's got on here. With the tires on here, it just hangs to the road. I've never seen anything like it because I went to the class. When you buy this car, Ford offers you a free class on how to drive this car. It's called the GT350 Track Attack. And you go out there and you literally learn how to drive the car. And I thought I knew how to drive a car until I drove this car. I learned a lot more. I felt like I've learned so much more in 2 days than I ever have with any other car. But I've learned so much on how driving this car. It's fun to drive.
So you track it?
I track it. I've tracked it twice here in Louisiana and twice in Houston. The SCCA events. Royal Purple Westway, and then they got the Sewella here in Louisiana that I've been to. And it's been a blast. I've tracked up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I had not with this car yet. I won't be doing that till in 2017. That's when I first got introduced with the car, when I first heard it, when it went against the Boss 302s.
What did you have before this?
I had a 97 GT 5.0, I mean a 4.6, I'm sorry. I built up the suspension on it, and I loved it. It ran good. I mean, for an SN95 body, it ran really good for the work I've done to it until I drove this.
What is your absolute favorite thing about the GT350?
Oh my God, the exhaust. I've never, you know, people ask me all the time, what kind of exhaust you got on this car? Stock. And I tell them it's stock, it's factory. And they just don't believe me. And they go like, turn on this. Some of them know about the sport mode. They said, put it on sport mode. I said, okay. And so I do, and they just like, oh, wow, you know, it just sounds phenomenal. That's the biggest thing I like about this thing. I mean, the whole car, I just love the whole thing, but the braking system on this thing is just, I can't, there's nothing out there I can compare it to. I mean, it's just huge 20-inch rotors in the front with 6 piston calipers in the front, 19s in the back with 4 piston Brembos all the way around. And it's just, I mean, when I went to Utah for the GT350 Track Attack, we ran 4 times, 20-minute sessions with about a 10 to 15 minute break between each one. And you can hear the brakes just cooling off, you know, just crackling. You can hear them cooling down, and it never faded. The brakes never faded near the tires. Wow. It was incredible.
Okay, so here's the big question, because
Sure.
this is such a departure from the last couple of generations of the GT500.
Right.
Do you think this would have passed Shelby's?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In fact, I guarantee you, this is the car that Carroll Shelby would have loved to have seen when he was still alive, and it's a shame. And I've got to meet Carroll Shelby twice, personally. And the man is phenomenal. I just love this guy. And this is what this car was meant for. It's meant for the track. Just like his older GT350s back in 65, 66, 67. Now they're coming out with a GT500 in 18, and which is supposed to be a lot more horsepower, but that's going to be mainly for drag racing, not track like this one's meant for. But I guarantee you, Carl Shelby would have loved to have this car.
Hold on, I gotta stir the pot.
What's that?
This or a Camaro Z28 on the track?
Oh, it'll tear it up. This will tear it up. Oh, I guarantee you. I've already, let's put it this way. The people that know about this car, and it's funny, I got people come up to me sometimes want to run me. And I'm like, seriously? And I know I can wipe them off. I've had a Corvette, a fairly new Corvette, come on the freeway, and he's seen my car. And he's actually slowed down. And I slowed down and said, come on, let's go. He wouldn't run me. I was going like, come on, man, let's do it. I mean, I'm that confident about the car. I mean, if I try to go against a Z06, it would be a dead heat. Let's put it that way. The new Camaro, they're trying to build that new Camaro up to beat this car. Now, guess what? Ford's going to come out with that GT500, which will take care of that problem. But like I tell people all the time, this car is not meant for drag racing. It's meant for track racing. And that's what I love about this car.